All right, here at the winter meetings, 97.1 The Ticket with Steve Phillips. And Steve, obviously some pretty interesting happenings in the AL Central with Chicago and the Indians as well. You look at the Central now, I mean, are the Tigers still the top dog, do you think?
I think they are, but I think that the reason that you see the Indians doing what they're doing, the Royals made the run last year, the White Sox making a play, is I think there's a perceived vulnerability on the Tigers, and that they've never quite gotten to that level where their roster looks like it should go. Whether it's been the Achilles heel of the bullpen a year ago, or the offense hadn't produced a couple years ago, and I think that teams are looking at it right now, thinking there's a vulnerability there. Now, I still think the Tigers are the team to beat, and I think there's a part of them that has played down to the level of the division. And it may just be that they'll elevate their level of play now since everybody else has as well. But the Central could be a division of teams beating each other up.
Does that surprise you, the fact that you mentioned vulnerabilities and the Tigers maybe haven't addressed them in the past?
I don't think it surprised me. I think Dave Dombrowski has addressed them. Now, it hadn't quite worked, but I think all of us celebrated the Joe Nathan signing when he made it. And to his credit, he got Joakim Soria last year at the trade deadline, which we all thought would be a nice addition to the pen, and then he got hurt. And so I think that they've had some bad luck along the way, but it's the reason that they traded Doug Fister was to create the financial flexibility to address the end of the game. So I don't bet against Dave Dombrowski ever. I believe that the Tigers can and will be the team to beat in the Central this year, but they've got a little work to do still this offseason.
You speak of that work, is it just bullpen in your eyes, maybe an outfielder as well?
Yeah, I think a corner outfielder for sure, and I think that where they go and how they go about doing that is going to be interesting. I don't think they're going to re-sign Scherzer and get in on that, but if the Scherzer market isn't what they thought it was going to be, maybe 6 at 144 does work. And if that's the case, then it may free up a David Price or Rick Porcello to be traded, since they got Green in the deal with the three-way deal with the Yankees and the Diamondbacks. So I think there's a number of different ways they can still go. And I think there's still some quality relief help out there that could be a factor for them. But I suspect that this offseason is not anywhere close to being done for the Tigers.
A couple more for Steve Phillips, and you're a former GM. I got to ask you, the deal is always out there. The rumor, Rick Porcello for Yoenis Cespedes. If that deal were to get done, who do you think would win that deal?
Well, I think that it just depends on what else the Tigers do with their pitching. I mean, if they can plug somebody into Porcello's spot in the rotation and they get Cespedes, I love it for the Tigers. If they give up the pitching to add the offense instead of going through the free agent market to add a bat, I don't know if I love it as much. So I think that there's a number of different ways, and that it's that typical. It always depends on what the deal is and what else happens around it, because the offseason is so fluid, and I think that everybody's judging the Oakland A's right now, but there's a lot of time left and a lot of players still left out there, and I've never seen in any offseason so many impact starting pitchers available. I've never seen hitters go off the board so quickly. I've never seen so many outfielders still available via trade that could really impact the lineup in a substantial way. So we are in the infancy of this offseason and the hot stove period right now.
Steve, thanks so much. We appreciate the time. Enjoy the winter meetings.
Okay, my pleasure. Thanks.